guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas. I'm just kind of going about my day now, going to some meetings and things, but every day I'm going to try and incorporate the L word some way. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and if you also like and comment on any of my L word advent calendar videos, you'll be entered into a draw that I'll do on Christmas Day to win an L word goodie bag from me. And also don't forget to follow me on social media. So today we are going to talk about some of the L word's amazing guest stars. Now I'm going to include Generation Q in all of this too, since it's on, they've gone back to filming now, and we are hoping to, start getting news coming in and things like that. And obviously we want more seasons of Generation Q. We need to, embrace it, talk more about it. And they did have some cool guest stars as well. So I'm going to incorporate people who played themselves, like Roxanne Gay and Megan Rapinoe. And I'm also going to include, people who played other people as well, like Bet's dad and stuff like that. So whenever I do these lists for Vlogmas, I'll always do a top 10. And let me know your thoughts down below. So I'm back from about a million meetings today, and now we are going to talk about my personal top 10 guest stars on the L word for our second day of the L word Christmas Advent calendar. Now, one thing I wanted to mention before we got into the meat of the video is anyone in the States who's not familiar, or in any other country that's not familiar with Advent calendars. I know most of Europe does it, the UK, it's a really big thing. They are, I should have bought one today to show you guys, I'll buy one tomorrow and show you, but it's basically like a little cardboard thing, and on the front there's 24, 25 depending on the brand, little doors, and every day from the 1st of December until Christmas Eve or Christmas, you open the little door, and most of them traditionally have little pieces of chocolate behind them. But like one of my nephews, he is allergic to milk, so I sent my nephews ones that have Haribo behind them, and then you can get ones like there's a Harry Potter one that has like different Harry Potter things in it, there's ones that have socks, there's ones that have alcohol, and there's even a Tiffany's one that has pieces of jewellery, and that I think is about 250,000. So yeah, it goes from basically £1, $1 all the way up to insane money. So starting off, number 10 on our list is Aussie Davis, who played Bet's dad. And I thought that obviously the actor is brilliant. He's very well known and was even nominated for this performance in the L word, which, as we know, the L word does not get a lot of recognition when it comes to award season. So it was nice to see the L word in some way get a nomination, and it was a nomination for an Emmy. Number 9 on the list is from Generation Q, and it's Megan Rapinoe, and the reason I put her is because I thought it was cool that she was on Generation Q, especially when it was the first season, and it was very relevant at the time too, with the women's US soccer team having won the World Cup, and they went through the whole pay dispute too, because there's no denying the women's team is much more successful than the male team, and they should of course be getting paid the same salaries. They should be getting paid more because they actually won the World Cup. It was very relevant to have her on the show at the time, and I thought it was cool the way they did it, that she played herself, obviously being a guest on Alice's show. So I really like that show within a show aspect. Number 8 on the list is Clementine Ford, who is also Sybil Shepherd's daughter. And I really liked that they did that. They had, Sybil Shepherd, who's a really well-known actress, and having her daughter play her daughter on the show. And even when Molly comes on as a character, I'm pretty sure the writers didn't know Molly was going to become a recurring character and have this whole relationship with Shane. And I really liked Molly with Shane, and also when Clementine Ford was on the show, she was very outspoken and very supportive, and you know, she is in the community as well. So I just really enjoyed having her on the show, and I think she's a good actress too. Number 7 on the list is Gloria Steinem. I mean, she also played herself. It was really clever having her, you know Bette's dad, and she's done some amazing work when it comes to feminism, and you know, she's been there from the beginning. So I really liked having her on the show, and the conversation that they were having at the funeral for Bette's dad, it just was a conversation that, you know, I'm sure everyone has had it at one stage or another, probably multiple times with their friends, and it was something that I could just really relate to. So I thought it was very cool of her to come on and play herself. Number 6 on the list is Lucy Lawless, and although she played the detective in the 6th season where we had, you know, the murder mystery, so she was only in episode 1 and episode 8, and she was the detective that turned up at Bette and Tina's house when Jenny was found in the pool. And it's more about really liking the actress. I mean, she was great in the show too, but I think that she's a really great actress. Obviously, everyone knows her from Xena, but I am a huge fan of Parks and Recreation, so I also loved that there was a Parks and Recreation character on there as well. Next on the list is Elizabeth Berkley, who, I mean, this may be a little bit controversial, but I do really like the actress. I, again, was a big Saved by the Bell fan when I was a kid, and, you know, she will always be Jessie Spano to me. I thought it was really cool that Bette's, you know, college crush, Kelly Fremont, came back, and I like seeing that kind of side to Bette, and also the aspect with the Bette and Tina relationship. And we also got, you know, that great scene after the art gallery where they met Kelly for the first time. So I enjoyed her character, I liked the actress, and I always enjoy when someone has a little bit of poking fun at themselves, which of course Elizabeth Berkley was getting at with coming on there and some of the references that were made. Number 4 on the list is Jane Lynch, and it is purely because I love Joyce Wisnia. She makes me laugh so much like no other character. I mean, I'm obviously looking forward to doing season 5 because I like the Bette and Tina stuff. I really like the Les Girls stuff. I love that movie within a show, and the season 5 just has some other great moments. But Joyce Wisnia, I want more Joyce Wisnia in Generation Q. She is just hilarious, and I would love to see what she's up to in 2020. Number 3 on the list is the mother of Clementine Ford, who was number 8, Sybil Shepherd. So although it kind of is weird to categorize her as a guest star, she was a special guest star throughout her whole time on the show. She was never, you know, a main recurring cast member, even though she was in so many episodes. I think that's probably because they couldn't afford her. I'm only joking. They do have Jennifer Beals on the show. But Sybil Shepherd, her later in life coming out was a really good story, and Joyce and Phyllis together was just TV gold to me. I absolutely loved it. I loved their whole dynamic, everything about it. So Sybil Shepherd was definitely a great casting and a great get for the L Word. Number 2 on the list is none other than Peggy Peabody herself, Holland Taylor. Holland Taylor is such an amazing actress, and some of my favourite scenes are when she shows up on the show, and even just her dynamic with Helena. But my favourite character for her to have scenes with is definitely Bette. So I would love to see Holland Taylor back in Generation Q for sure, and I wouldn't be opposed if she brought along her beautiful partner Sarah Paulson, and it would just be amazing to have them both on the show. But definitely be up for seeing what Peggy Peabody is up to in 2020 along with Joyce Wisnia. Number 1 on the list, this may be a little bit controversial. 1, because she was also with Bette, and 2, she wasn't on that many episodes, but my number 1 guest appearance on the L Word by far was Jessica Capshaw. And when I saw her on the show in the beginning, you know, when the show actually aired back in, I think it was 2006, maybe 2007 that the 4th season aired. So I knew she was in Minority Report very, very briefly, and I knew she was Steven Spielberg's stepdaughter, but I didn't really know that much about her. But boy, have I grown to love Jessica Capshaw. I mean, Grey's Anatomy is by far my favourite show. I always joke that Grey's Anatomy is the most consistent thing in my life because I've watched it since I was 16 in 2005 when it came out, and I still watch it to this day. It's Thursdays at 9 o'clock, that's what I'm always doing. So I loved when she was on Grey's Anatomy, and she also played a lesbian character on Grey's, for those of you who don't watch Grey's. And after Bette and Tina, Arizona is the character she plays on Grey's, Arizona and Callie are by far my favourite couple. Everything about the character was great on Grey's Anatomy. I'm always telling people to watch it because we didn't go through any of this coming out bullshit. Like, she was a surgeon, she was out, proud, didn't, you know, apologize for anything, and she just, they treated her like a normal person. They didn't write her as this, you know, having to constantly come out and having to all this. She just lived her life, and I absolutely loved it. But when she was on the L Word, obviously it was, you know, she was a student and a flirt and after Bette, but I just sort of loved it too. And Jessica Capshaw is by far my favourite person to ever guest star on the L Word, and Jennifer Beals is my favourite character. So the fact that those two hooked up I love that episode. Absolutely perfect. I know that some of you will have your own rankings and maybe not agree with what I've done ranking wise, so let me know down in the comment section who is your favourite guest star to ever be on the L Word, and if I've missed anyone off. I mean, obviously I've missed a lot of guest stars off. There was some cool people like Kobe Smulders, who was Robin on How I Met Your Mother, was a good person that I missed off, but didn't quite make the rank this time. If you do decide to comment down below, why not also like the video, and then if you also subscribe to the channel, you'll be entered into a draw for the Christmas Day L Word gift basket giveaway, so make sure that you do that. And now is a really good time to subscribe to the channel because I'm doing the L Word Advent Calendar Christmas special, so you'll be able to get notifications every day up until Christmas when I post a new video. And we also should be starting to get news about season 2 filming, which is just beginning. So make sure to subscribe and look out for those notifications. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media to keep up with everything L Word related in between videos. And look out for day 3 of the L Word Advent Calendar Christmas Special tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye!